atu anau ki te heo mana kōhatu, tirohi atu rā ki tau o mga kahia ere ana tai atu ki Karakau tōku marae ko te aroha, ko ngā kuri nui tōnu te iwi ko ngā kiti no te hapuri. Kia ora everybody, my name is Papa Tuana Kunahi, my maunga is Maunga Kōhatu, my river is Mangakahia, my marae is Te Aroha, my iwi is Ngā Kuri Nui Tonu, and my sub-tribe is Ngāti Tino. Thank you for having me today. This is basically just a bit of a slideshow of my family events, so I hope you can bear with me for this. And I think there's a nice sort of segue between the work of Toi Tangata that Kelly and Dario have talked about, and the kind of work that I've been involved in, which is really around Māori festivals. And so what they've been talking about is more a high-level philosophical kind of approach, and then this is the more sort of operational aspects to that, so like the ko-wairunga and the ko-wairaro. And I'm just going to be talking today about some upcoming work that I'll be involved with in terms of events that Māori attend. So I'll just explore some of the reasons why we're getting involved in this, and also how we propose to do it. And also the implications of this for growing that body of knowledge around sugary drink-free policies and scaling up their number and range. So at the last Fizz Symposium, Gerhard invited myself and Melina Parkinson to present about some of the work we've done in Auckland around sugary drink-free policies at events that Māori attend, and Gerhard helped us with some of that as well. And the initial reasoning behind that was to contribute to that growing momentum, both within Māori communities and in the sector as a whole, and understanding more about their food environments, particularly the settings that Māori live, learn, work and play in. And at the time it was complementing some of the other initiatives that were happening in the district health boards and with council premises. So now we're looking to explore that more fully and with events across the country. And we are wanting to talk with event organisers of events that Māori attend, and to understand their willingness and readiness to support SSB-free or sugary drink-free policies in efforts to to complement the wider sector approaches and the momentum, and also the childhood obesity strategy and the work of the World Health Organization in this area as well. In terms of the rationale behind this, I mean, there's many reasons, and all of you are familiar with those. It's a classic public health approach to work in the settings where people live, learn, work and play. And it's building on that knowledge base around Māori-specific environments. It parallels the wider work of exploring Māori perspectives on the food environment. I mean, Kelly was talking about some of the approaches and the work all the thinking that is happening right now for Māori around a sugar tax and other types of interventions. Another thing that I thought was important is that the makeup of the Māori population, our demographic profile, is younger than other populations. So we've got 33% of people who identify as of Māori descent are 15 years of age and younger. And so when Māori are exposed to, when children are exposed to, and drinks are exposed or promoted to children, potentially the Māori population has a higher exposure to sugary drinks than non-Māori. And then, similar to what Kelly and Dario were talking about, and really based on the work that Toi Tangata had been doing, connecting in with Māori concepts of wai and water has the potential for for these messages to connect with our communities. I mean, we all talked about our connections with our rivers and our maunga and our moana. So we can use that potentially to endorse and affirm the markers of identity, so there may be opportunities for us to connect on a deeper level. And just over the cup of teas in the foyer there, we were talking with Warren and Inge from Northland about that kind of concept, and so they suggested having a po or a marker or a carving within schools, and talking about that with children as part of the induction to the school. And so you looking at things and policies this way might enable and connect with Māori on a deeper level than just a policy that's written on paper. So this project that we're talking about, an upcoming project, we'll be speaking with organisers of events that Māori attend. We'll just be doing a scoping across the country. There are a number of events. We've got iwi festivals, we've got sports events, we've got kapahaka events. There are several on a calendar for many of our children every year. And so anecdotal evidence shows us that the theme of the events are often about youth vitality and often connect in with those underlying values that we were talking about earlier. However, the food and drink that is available at those is a bit of a mismatch with those messages that people are seeing on stage or on the sports field. So we're wanting to have a one-on-one with some organisers and talk to them about the enablers and the barriers that they've had to implementing sugary drink-free policies. And I'll really quickly just go over the methodology. So this will be a kaupapa Māori research framework using a qualitative method of snowballing sampling. And just trying, as I've said, to understand that deeper level of insight about the situation, and also to bring to the fore some of the solutions and the way that they've overcome those challenges. So it was great to hear what's happening in Tokelau around those sorts of things. So just to finish off, as with many of the interventions that have been presented today, and as Fiona said, this is one component in a portfolio of measures that can make up that bigger picture of addressing the food environment that our kids are exposed to. But also it tends to build Māori-specific knowledge around the context of Māori realities, particularly for our tamariki hupuna, and joining those together, scaling them up so that we can have findings that we can use across the country. And when these types of policies are complemented by enabling factors, for example, having free water available and making sure that's promoted so people know that it's available, there may be an opportunity for us to improve health, address inequities, and improve Māori health and wellbeing. Kia ora.